Severe Weather Week continues, and so does our discussion on different severe weather topics. This is the First Alert Weather Team here. I'm meteorologist Phil Schreck, Tyler Roney, Lexi Murley, Jason Lillick, and we're going to be talking about the tornadoes in this segment. And just like severe thunderstorms, just like First Alert Weather Days, not all tornadoes are the same. I mean, you have F0s up to F5, so there's different categories and different types of warnings.
And the National Weather Service has really done a good job trying to kind of break down the explanations so that everybody can kind of understand that, because like you mentioned, there's different types and it helps to understand that. And also to understand the different watch and warning terminology as well. So we obviously get tornado watches quite a bit across the area. And as we've been discussing in previous segments, that means conditions are favorable to form. But then we start getting toward the tornado warnings that's being spotted on radar or by somebody, or even a little more rare, but we see it, tornado emergencies.
Yeah, we have seen that in past years around the region. And you know, the watches, like Tyler was mentioning, that's when all of our ingredients are there. That's when you need to watch out. Make sure you are prepared for these more favorable conditions. When it's warning, that's your action time, especially if that does become a tornado emergency. Make sure you're going to your safe spot. And it's very important to plan for that safe spot before severe weather hits.
And one thing to keep in mind, tornado emergencies are very rare. They do not happen very often. They're only reserved for catastrophic damage that's going to happen for mainly larger population centers. That's what they normally reserve it for. But that is still something to keep an eye on, especially as we head later into severe weather season here, that we could still get just tornado warnings. It's pretty frequent that you'll see around here, but that is something to keep an eye on.
And once that warning is issued, the big thing, and this is what you can do right now, is have a plan on exactly where you're going to go, especially at home, and even if you're not in home. But let's talk about what the safest place is in your home.
Right, and this is kind of a really good example to be able to illustrate this a little bit, because, you know, again, it's one of these things you almost want to make sure that you go over again, kind of identify the different rooms in your house, what you do have available. And really, you don't want to be anywhere near windows. As we know, that is a very dangerous place to go. And, you know, in some cases too, it seems silly, but wearing a helmet or grabbing blankets or a mattress for protection is certainly a useful idea.
Yeah, that is very useful. You know, obviously, very dangerous situation with tornadoes. Part of the reason it's actually so dangerous is because that debris is flying around. Not necessarily that it's going to suck you out of your house, although that is a possibility. Another important place, and probably the best place that you can be, that's in your basement, away from any windows, the lowest level of your home.
Yeah, just going back to the helmet thing, a cheap bicycle helmet, $5 at a shop, something like that, is going to help you so dramatically and also prevent loss of life or traumatic injury from anything that happens in severe thunderstorms, tornado warnings, tornadoes in general that have that flying debris. Anything that hits into the house, like a 2x4 may come in. And if you are wearing a helmet and you are wearing that bicycle helmet and something does hit you, that could save your life. So that's something to keep an eye on.
I think kind of the most important thing to make sure you are being prepared, and I would even maybe urge you to have a severe weather safety kit prepared, something that we often forget besides a helmet. Make sure you are wearing shoes. If a tornado goes through, you're going to be walking over some not great things for bare feet.
Don't use candles. Make the flashlights ready, because if you have a candle, there could be gas leaks and things like that going on. By the way, we showed that the basement is the best place to be, right? But not everybody has a basement, so that's why you need to have a plan. Let's say a watch comes out. Maybe you have a neighbor that's got a basement. Maybe you've got the church that you go to. Just have a plan to get to some place where you can get underground.
That's the big key factor, absolutely, because this is the time to kind of practice too, as severe weather season will be really ramping up, and it lasts for several months in our area.
All right, that's it for this segment. Thanks for joining us. And again, if you missed any of these segments, you can check it out on dakotanewsnow.com.
After severe weather, watch for leaks, sagging gutters, cracked siding, or window and door damage. Cooper's Home Repair can assess and fix it fast. Give us a call today.